Hi everybody, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts. Sorry it's been so long that I actually had to do these, but since here I'm in a different room now. I'm actually in UW River Falls, which is University of Wisconsin River Falls, and I'm trying to go for my major in geology, get my bachelor's degree in geology, and then hopefully go to graduate school in a few years to become a paleontologist. So hopefully, continue to keep doing this show as long as I can while I'm still in college. So, all right, let's jump into these questions, shall we? All right. Excuse me. Rini from Embarrass, Wisconsin. Hi, Chris. Hope you are doing well today and are looking forward to a good weekend ahead. It feels so nice outside since it is cooler. Well, it kind of is, it kind of is a nice day, and I'm having a great weekend so far. Here's my dinosaur question for you. Which dinosaurs were pack, staying together in groups animals? Were they pack animals mainly for getting food or to protect each other? Well, this is a very good question. Well, one thing is for certain is that when animals actually group together, it's mainly for protection. And if we look at mainly some of the herbivores of today that are herding animals, they usually use this kind of technique to actually protect themselves, to protect the group, and because you see, most carnivores are actually solitary hunters. But even though you but you need a group in order to defend yourself, in order to make sure that you don't get eaten. And that's pretty much how the herding animals actually kind of think. And we actually do find fossil evidence of some dinosaurs that actually have been washed up by some flood and with multiple ages and with multiple specimens with different ages and all that kind of stuff that are considered herding animals. Like some of the ceratopsians, the horned dinosaurs, we actually find fossil finds that have like huge piles of bones that are found with multiple specimens from different ages, basically by age in years of the animal, and that's how it actually we figure out that most herbivorous dinosaurs did live in herds. I would probably say the Ankylosaurs and the Stegosaurs probably didn't get together in groups that much, just because they probably because they probably fended for themselves, because they had all that weaponry, all that armor, that they didn't really need to actually be paired with the same pair in the group. They probably might need an extra set of eyes, probably grouped together with other herding animals, probably like some of the duck-billed dinosaurs. Some of the duck-billed dinosaurs could actually help Ankylosaurs figure out where the predator is coming from, because the hadrosaurs actually have better vision than the Ankylosaurs. And as for the predators, we don't find that much of the predators living together in groups, but there's been some good fossil evidence to show that they probably did live together in a group and probably hunted in a group. Because we all know that the raptors probably did hunt in packs, is because there is fossil evidence to prove that. Whereas some of the bigger predatory dinosaurs, most of their skeletons are found mainly by themselves, but we do find occasionally some grouping animals from different ages, basically specimens different ages, and also probably died together and lived together that way. We can't really find out if they actually did hunt in a pack, but if you're going to hunt in a pack, you need to actually have good communication with the species, your family group that you're actually working with, and also you got to have intelligence. And pretty much some of the big predatory dinosaurs were quite intelligent for their size. I mean, Tyrannosaurus rex is considered an intelligent dinosaur, because basically its brain is 6 times bigger than any of the other dinosaurs that were around in its environment. So that really says it all. Is that this that some predatory dinosaurs were really intelligent, and I would say that that some of the predatory dinosaurs probably didn't actually try to hunt animals that were so heavily armored to kind of use that group to take down heavily armored prey like the Ankylosaurs or the Stegosaurs. I would actually say they probably just used the pack hunting behavior to actually try to take down animals that actually lived in a herd, pretty much like the duck-billed dinosaurs, some of the sauropods, and a few other kinds of dinosaurs. So that would be my answer, and that pretty much that we can actually see that they probably did live in some sort of group for most of the time, especially animals today that actually do hunt or otherwise live in groups to actually defend themselves. All right, Kathy from Wausau, Wisconsin. Yeah, have dinosaurs been found on every continent? Which continent had the most dinosaur fossils found on it? Well, this is an interesting question. Yeah, dinosaurs have been found on every continent, and because if we actually look at most of the continents that we actually have, if we look at some of the fossil finds around the continents that are around today, we actually see that because Africa's got a good amount of dinosaur finds there. Asia is really huge in fossil finds and for dinosaurs, especially China is actually the best place to go to discover new species of dinosaurs. Australia is getting up there. They're actually getting up there in dinosaur finds. Europe was the birthplace for paleontology, so it's pretty much kind of like the home of paleontology. North America has got some pretty good dinosaurs as well. Of course, everybody knows that. South America is actually getting up there in dinosaurs. Antarctica, not a lot of people actually get this, but Antarctica does have dinosaur fossils. But it's really hard to actually get them out because they're buried under a glacier, and it's really hard for the paleontologists to actually dig these fossil finds out. It's because of the frost. They actually kind of holds that layer of rock where the fossils can be found. So it's really difficult to actually get some of those fossils out of really frozen areas. So it's very difficult for that. The only places that don't have dinosaur fossils are pretty much like small islands, like Indonesia, some of the Caribbean islands. They don't have dinosaur fossils. It's because they probably weren't around when the dinosaurs were actually roaming the earth, and so it's pretty clear that that like Indonesia and probably some of the Caribbean islands probably didn't even exist yet. So it's kind of actually very hard for them to actually kind of understand what kind of dinosaurs were around in their particular environment. So I would probably, even though I think Indonesia, because since it was actually a volcanic area, you would actually see a lot of islands that had they had those kinds of islands that had volcanoes, so it would not been a very good place for dinosaurs to actually live in. So yeah, all dinosaurs are found in every continent. So that would answer your question. I can't say which continent has the most. So it's really difficult to find out which continent really had the most dinosaur finds. So it's pretty difficult to actually kind of know about that. And her second question is, how powerful is the Ankylosaurus? Well, considering that this is a dinosaur from the late Cretaceous, is my kind of a period of time that I like to talk about. Ankylosaurus, for its power, when we think of power, it's usually about muscle mass, and pretty much its main weight is dependent on its muscle mass. And we really don't know how big the muscles are, so it's really hard to determine how strong some dinosaurs are. But I mean, there's these techniques that they're coming out that are actually kind of using like lasers to scan the dinosaur skeletons and actually kind of predict the weight and also the muscle mass of the dinosaurs. But it's really difficult. So I would probably say that Ankylosaurus is strong for its time. I would probably say that most of its power is going to be at its legs, because you see the legs are actually going to be the most powerful part in the animal's body. And even though Ankylosaurus has that club on the end of its tail, it probably is not the strongest part of the body, though. Even though it can actually had rapid movement, and showing that it has very quick reflexes with that tail. So anything that actually triggers its defense to be able to defend itself, it would actually just go on. It would actually just duck its. It would actually just try to squat down, and also, if the predator is getting way too close, swing that tail right at the legs, jaws, or even at the ribs, cause a horrendous injury. So that's pretty much how it mainly uses its power, but most of its power would actually go towards like walking and searching for food. That's how I think it's actually going to be using its power more. And I think males would have been really heavily muscled, because they would actually be using their mass to actually possibly compete for females. I don't think they would actually like hit each other with their clubs. I would actually say that they actually kind of actually probably showed off their scoots on their back, and probably kind of bulk themselves up, pretty much like breathe in a huge chunk of air and actually kind of intimidate one another. Females would have actually been lighter in weight, but even though they would actually have the ability to defend their nest, but I don't think some of these Ankylosaurs were really. I'd probably say they had some parental care, but probably not much. But considering for its power, I'd say it was powerful in its time to actually defend itself, and also to actually survive in a very harsh environment. All right, that's it for now. Just a reminder that next week's episode will be a special episode, so hopefully you can get on my Facebook fan page, which is Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Actually, you can post what kind of prehistoric animal you want. It could be a dinosaur, it could be a sea monster, it could be a prehistoric mammal, it could be an animal from the Permian, or anything like that. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm mainly into vertebrates, so be sure to actually try to choose a vertebrate. And I would like to get some more dinosaurs to talk about. So hopefully you guys can actually go on the fan page and actually type down what kind of prehistoric animal you want me to talk about. So hopefully you can actually check it out. I've already done 7 special episodes, so make sure if you actually look at most of the ones that I've done, you actually find out what kind of prehistoric animals I've done on my YouTube page, and also on my fan page. And also, if you got a question, make sure to email it to me at dinochris71@gmail.com, or otherwise go on my Prehistoric Facts fan page on Facebook, which is Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like it, and also you can actually post your questions on there too. I'm willing to read questions on Facebook, so make sure to follow that fan page and also like it. If you actually find that fan page, like it, and also I would actually read your question for you from the Facebook fan page, and that way I can actually have a much bigger audience to actually look at. And also follow me on Twitter at CSGrawl. It's at CSGrawl, or otherwise just because mainly I'm really cautious about who will actually be allowed to follow. So make sure that so hopefully some of you fans can actually follow me on Twitter, and also like my fan page, and also subscribe for my YouTube page, which is my full name, Christopher Grawl. So hopefully you can actually subscribe to that page, and that way you can keep up to date on all the episodes. Alright, that's it for now. Make sure to take care of the people around you, and also for you younger kids out there, make sure to listen to your parents, teachers, and your guardians, because those are the most important people to motivate you for a good education. And hey, I'm in a great college right now, and I think it's a great place to have an education. So can learn a lot of things from your parents and your teachers and your guardians. Best motivation you can get. Alright, I'll see you guys later, and hopefully see you guys. And also make sure keep posting those questions.